Well, hello everyone. This is Kathleen, and I am back to do your weekly reading. How have you been? I know I've had a really how can I put it? It's been like a storm for me this week, especially like the last 2 weeks, but things hit a intensity with this new moon that we just had. It's been super stormy and just waves crashing up and down, and I think everything's okay, and then boom, another wave happens. So I don't know if your life has been like that, but whew, it's been rough. So I wanted to find some time for you, my collective audience, and make a video and consult the tarot cards, and let's see what's going on. For those of you that have never watched me before, I am a Reiki master teacher. Reiki is a form of energy healing, chakra balancing, aura clearing. I'm also a psychic medium, and I work with the fairies. So I am a galactic elven starseed and my higher self. Her name is Galactica, and she is the queen of a Syrian Elven Council that works with the Galactic Federation of Light. So through her, through my abilities and my energy healing, I'm trying to make a difference in this world. I do Reiki energy healings here at my treatment center. This is my beautiful room. I'm actually reading from my room right now. I've got a crystal mat there on my table. I lost my tarot reading room, so I'm just doing it from here. And I also do tarot card readings and psychic readings. I do all different kinds of readings. But I love coming on here and giving you guys some guidance. It really helps me too. So let's go ahead and call in our angels and all of our guides, ascended masters, archangels, our ancestors, and our totem and guardian spirits to join us for this reading. Let's get some guidance. Let's get some clarity. Let's find out what we're dealing with and how we can navigate and move forward on our path this week. So with that, I'll begin, and my cards are, this is the Rider-Waite deck, and they have been cleansed and pre-shuffled. So I'm just going to go ahead and get a couple shuffles in and get a feel for what is happening with all of us. I already did my own reading yesterday, and it wasn't too pretty, but I kind of know what I need to let go of and what I need to work on. Now I want to see what we all need as a collective to move forward and for guidance. God knows we need it. Okay, let's begin. I'm going to go ahead and do a Celtic Cross for us this week. Since I'm only reading once a week, I'd like to do them a little bit longer. Okay, Spirit, what do you have for us? Here we go. 2 cards that popped out. What's this card? All right, so the first card that popped out is the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords is kind of a card of get a sneaky energy from this card. It's somebody that's wanting to fight. You can see the other people are walking away from the fight, but this person just won't stop. They will not let go of what they need to let go of. The other people have realized that, this fight is not worth it, but this person is like, no, I'm going to keep on going. It is a very ego-centered card, and that is coming out as a representation of the collective this week. So don't take that to heart, just keep that in mind. And crossing us, we got the 5 of Cups. So this is crying at the river of tears. This person can only focus on what they have lost, and they cannot look up and see behind them what they still have, the cups that are still standing. All they're focusing on is what they have lost. So that is what's crossing the 5 of Swords. Let's find out what is crowning us, and I'm going to tilt you guys down so you can actually see the reading here. Hopefully you can see that. And move it up a little. Okay, so what is crowning us, please, Spirit, as a collective? Okay, here's a good card. This is the Three of Cups. So this is joy, celebration, merriment. It's like having a party. It's, being joyful, being happy, revelry, and, gatherings, community. Yeah, celebration. That's what this card is about. So that is what is on our mind this week. But for some reason, we're not letting go of something, and we're mourning the loss of something at this time. Maybe this is in more of our thoughts position. This is what we wish we were doing. So let's find out what is supporting us at this time as a collective. Okay, supporting us right now is the Lovers. So the Lovers is a card of Gemini, and this is about our most intimate relationships, providing a source of support and stability in our lives at this time. And let's go ahead and find out what the past position is. What is in our recent past, please, Spirit? What is in our recent past? What is behind us? Okay, we've got the Magician, but it popped up in the reverse. So the Magician normally is a card of, it's the card that you are the master, magician of your own life. You are your own God creator. So what you think about, you bring about. And with this being in the reverse position, this is saying that in the recent past, we have not acknowledged our role in creating, these kinds of situations in our life. And, kind of not being able to let go of things and being in our ego. And also, not knowing when to move on from something. So really, it's saying that we need to remember that we are our own God creators. We manifest the reality around us with our minds and with our hearts. So I think Spirit is trying to communicate that to us at this time. All right, so next we have in the future position, we have the Three of Wands. This man is standing on top of a cliff. He's a merchant, and he is waiting. There's some ships down here that are coming into the harbor. Those are his ships that he's been waiting for, that have crossed a very, treacherous sea to get to him. He's waiting for his ships to come in. So that's what we're doing at this time, and that is what is in the forward position. We are waiting for our ships to arrive. Whatever that ship may be to you in your life. Could be news about, relationship here with the Lovers. It could be news on that. It could also be, maybe we're waiting on news about money or about a job or something in business. Okay, and what is our role in this situation, please, Spirit? Okay, we got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is a card about trusting your intuition. She is literally, the High Priestess. She knows when she's being lied to. She knows when something feels off. She knows to trust in what she is feeling above all other things, above anything else that she may see in her outer world. She trusts her inner world and her intuition more than anything. The High Priestess can also point to secrets at this time. So it could be that you are keeping a secret. So Spirit is acknowledging that maybe it's time to let some of those secrets out. All right, and let me move you a little bit so you can see. I gotta scoot over here. All right. And next we got, in our environment card, we got the Six of Cups. This is a card of nostalgia. So I know we're not in Mercury retrograde right now, but in our environment, this is pointing to things of the past. And I'm wondering too, I'm actually feeling this with this crossing, that we're mourning something possibly from the past, something that we have sweet, fond memories of, and we're mourning the loss of that at this time as a collective. And certainly, we could all be missing, simpler times before our world turned crazy, and we got into the situation that we're all dealing with today. We could certainly all use a little bit of nostalgia, but it's very important that you don't get stuck there. You don't get stuck in mourning, what has already passed you. We all need to realize that what is meant for us will always come our way. And the next card, this is in our hopes and our fears position. This is the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is a card of Pisces, and this is a card about taking a different look at the situation. This man is hanging himself upside down so that he can get a different viewpoint. So Spirit is saying to us now that we need to try to find a different way of looking at the situation that we're mourning at this time. And we also need to know when it's time to walk away, with this card being in the center and the heart of this reading. We need to know when it's time to let go and to move on. And we need to trust our intuition right now and know that whatever, no matter what sweet feelings that we may be feeling about that person or situation, we really need to try to get a different view on it, because it's not meant for us, and we have to come to a point of acceptance. And in the outcome position, we got the Nine of Wands. And that person doesn't look very happy, does he? He has built walls up all around himself. He's gotten beat up. Whatever this lover's situation was, really has the collective in a guarded position. This person is just waiting for the next fight, waiting for the next attack, and they're not trusting. So let's get another card on that just for some clarification. Let's get another card on that Nine of Wands, please, Spirit. What do you mean by that exactly? That's not a very good outcome card, but it could just be what it is this week. Remember, this is only a weekly reading. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is, she's the witch, actually. She is the witch queen in the tarot deck. See her little black cat there? And I've always envisioned her wand as, this is her broomstick. She knows the power of her manifestation, and she knows that if something is meant to be, it will be, and if not, it's not meant for her. Okay, so the Queen of Wands is very, very passionate. So if this is about, a lover, and we're mourning them, we need to remember our own self-worth at this time. We need to try to let go of the past and realize that we can stand tall and strong on our own with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very strong. She doesn't need anyone. She really doesn't need anyone, because she is so powerful. She can stand on her own 2 feet. So I want you guys to think about your own inner power and your own inner strength, because, at the end of this week, it seems like we're feeling very defeated. You need to try to find a different way to look at, this situation that you're in. It's just, was it meant for you? And, I'm really sorry. I know it hurts, and it can hurt like hell. And, it's okay. It's okay to mourn. It's okay to be at the river of tears. We have to let it out. We have to process, But we've got to also know that there's a time that we need to drop those swords and we need to finally say enough is enough. I know I've done the best I can do. Maybe it would be better if I, just stood in my own power for a while just to figure things out. Because whatever this situation is, it doesn't look very good. We do have this crowning us, however. So, this could also point to a little bit of overindulgence by the collective at this time. And it could be, absolutely related to this. We're trying to drown out maybe our sorrows in a way. So definitely be on the lookout for that kind of behavior. And we've got the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is, just going forward, following your passions. Everything that I feel, was said about the Queen of Wands here. I would like to also pull for us something from the Mermaid deck. Let me find it here. As I knock everything over. Okay. So let's get some advice from, this is the Magical Mermaid and Dolphin Oracle by Doreen Virtue. Let's see what we've got here. What other advice do you have for the collective this week, please? In dealing with whatever situation this is. I mean, I do believe it's definitely about love and about intimate relationships. That's certainly what it feels like and seems like to me. I can feel a lot of heartache in my heart chakra space. Yeah, I think that too, you guys need to also realize that, some relationships aren't meant to last forever. And it hurts really, really bad when they end. But the thing is they were in your life for a reason. And you need to, understand that not everything happens forever. Sometimes it's just a season. Sometimes it's, for longer than that. Okay, so yeah, I'm right. This says soulmate relationship. A new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. So whatever you guys are mourning about, know that relationship, okay, that relationship that you are mourning or perhaps you are exiting at this time is breaking up. It's breaking up so that the right person can come into your life. What I was going to say before I pulled this card is that a lot of relationships are ending right now. And that is because one person is growing and evolving spiritually and the other person is not. They're staying in ego. They're staying in stagnation. They want to fight and cling on to the old ways. And I'm sorry, but the old ways are not working anymore. The Queen of Wands, where did she go? She's a witch. Remember I told you that? She's also extremely spiritually evolved. She is also the High Priestess. She has her heart and her spirit in one. They're combined. So, when you have let's just use an example. You have a wife who is growing and evolving spiritually, and, she is going forward with that in her magic and in her power. And you have her with a man that's, in this position, just mourning, how his wife used to be. That's just not going to work anymore. That it's no longer balanced. They may have been on the same, wavelength when they got married, but if there's no room for growth, spiritual growth, and ability to evolve with each other, it's not going to work out because one person is going to really fall far behind and not understand that spiritual growth. And it will absolutely break up the relationship or the marriage. I have been there, now I'm just, called crazy, but I was always psychic. And I was with a man. I was married to him for almost 20 years. And I grew and grew and grew. I certainly had my dark nights of the soul and a lot of, things I wish I could have done differently. But I continued to grow and evolve spiritually and sought out that knowledge. And he just did not grow with me. And it just ended. And it was what it was. And then after him, I wound up meeting somebody that I thought was really amazing, but he turned out to be, this. So I've been single for a while now, going on 2 years, and I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for this soulmate. Where'd she go? I'm being this. I'm being the Queen of Wands. I'm standing on my own, and I'm waiting for the right relationship to come into my life. Let's get another card from the Mermaid Dolphin deck. Let's get one more card. Seems like a lot of stuff has been coming up about love over the last couple of weeks. There it is. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, watch your thoughts. It is important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. Okay, remember that you are the manifester. You are the creator of your own life. So stop thinking about what you don't want and start thinking about what you do want. That's a really good reminder for manifesting, because you start thinking about, oh, this is wrong and that's wrong. Guess what? The universe is always listening, and they're going to keep giving you more of what's wrong. So it's really important that we, when we wake up every single day, we need to use positive reinforcements for ourselves, whether that's reciting mantras or, meditating with some, heart, 432 hertz frequency, healing music, whatever you need to do to get yourself aligned and, in an open heart space, the better at this time. I know it's rough out there. We've got so much uncertainty in this world. And I think that, COVID has brought about a lot of change in family dynamics and also in relationships. And it's been a huge test for humanity on so many levels. And relationships is one of them. And, relationships that do not have room for spiritual growth are old and they're outdated, and they're breaking up now. So we all need to be strong, and we all need to trust our intuition. If we know that it's just not growing and it's not working, then it's time to stop looking at the past. Yes, be grateful for everything that you learned and how you grew in that relationship, but you also need to know when it's time to let go. It's time to let go now. You've got to let it go. Give up the fight. Stop mourning, okay? And one last thing. This card says, pay attention. Notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. So these two, watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts and pay attention, especially to angel numbers like 1111, 444, 111. And I also teach psychic development. So what I tell my students when they're having a lot of that phenomena is to really pay attention to what you were doing or thinking about at the time that you saw the numbers. They are not a general meaning for everyone. It's very specific only to you. When you see 1111, stop and think about what was I just thinking about then? There's your answer. Start writing it down or just making a little mental note of when you see the angelic numbers, because they are leading you and they are guiding you towards something. And we have new romance coming. So really work on healing yourself, healing your inner trauma, healing your wounds from, whatever you have been through that's making you feel like this. It's time for humanity to heal all of our wounds, all of our collective damage on a whole. It's time for us to recover from that and stop this stinking thinking card, is what I call it. This is just looking at what's wrong and not seeing what's right. It's time to hold space for gratitude. So, my friends, I will leave you with that to marinate on over the next week. And I hope that you are all doing well. As always, if you would like to book a Reiki healing session with me or a tarot card reading, you can find me on elvenstarreiki.com. That's ELVEN star Reiki, REIKI.com. I'm available for distance work. My space here is in Silverdale, Washington, and I can see you for healing or reading here at the center. And I'd also be happy to visit with you online, just like this. So take care, everybody, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.